Always happy to be joined by Valentina Shevchenko, of course, fought a few weeks ago at UFC 285. We're going to talk about that and so much more. But first, Valentina, how are you this afternoon?
Hello, James. Great to see you. Yeah, feeling good. Feeling good. Yeah, ready
Okay.
to build everything back.
Yes, no, we're looking forward to that. I actually wanted to start first with the fact that I saw you were in New Jersey a few weeks ago for a seminar. How did all that go? Because I know that's something you like doing, is giving back and teaching people martial arts.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I am all about. My lifestyle. I'm like martial artist, and I'm very happy like to share the knowledge what I have with the people. And I was so grateful and happy to see everyone shows up to bring the love and support. It was amazing. It was such a just amazing energy all around. I had an amazing weekend in New Jersey.
Do you have any other seminars planned, or was that just one that you had lined up before the fight?
Oh, not yet. I didn't line up any other seminars yet, but I am every time open to that. And yes, definitely we're gonna go and travel. And if in that part of the world where we are gonna be at that moment, if there is any opportunities to do any seminars, any clinic to hold, so yeah, gladly will do that.
That's excellent. It's been a couple weeks since your fight against Alexa Grasso. What have you learned the most from that fight? I don't know if you had a chance to watch it back, but what did you take away the most from that performance?
Oh, it. Yeah, I definitely. I rewatched the fight, and the kind of it was the same feeling as what I had during the fight. It's kind of like winning all the fight, like since round one till like very last moment of the fourth round. And unfortunate situation what happened at the end of the first round. So it's changed everything. So yeah, it's kind of like a good shake for me. And definitely I'm not the person who's gonna be devastating like for a long time. Yes, I understood not the best position, not what I wanted. And definitely kind of like it's a good to see how person built, because everyone is amazing where they are kind of like in the favorable position winning the fight. But it's good to see how you can deal with this kind of situation, because this is what defines champion from from all others. And I build differently. I am ready to work everything back. I'm ready to remember all my roots, all since day one, all since the beginning. And definitely can't wait for the rematch what's gonna happen. And yeah, here I am to bring and to win what is mine, and to show amazing fight as always.
So just to clarify, you felt like you were up on all the scorecards prior to the finish. Just wanted to clarify that. It sounds like you said that, but I wanted to just clarify.
Yes, definitely. And it's no doubt everyone could see the same. And even like it was a little bit blood in the first round, but it's kind of like people thinking, oh, maybe it's from her strikes or something like that. But it was not any cut. It was lack of someone could not check good enough the length of her fingernails.
Oh, okay.
So after the fight, we went for to see what happened, and the doctors also wanted to maybe put some stitches. But once they saw it, they said like we cannot do nothing, because it is not a cut. It's just a fingernail went deep down the skin and rip off like part of the skin. So yeah, for those who think it's a damage, it's completely not damage. It's just I would appreciate a lot if they will take more carefully like checking the length of fingernails.
Was there anything looking back that surprised you about Alexa that you weren't expecting in the fight?
No, actually, no, nothing was anything like extraordinary, because you know me, I take all my opponents very seriously. I think even sometimes overthink about them, giving them even more credit of what they kind of could have, but no. And actually I have under control all the situations. The only things what I was surprised, but not Alexa Grasso, but action of referee. This is what I was surprised a little bit, like for example in the third round, why he stood up in my favorable position when I was on top in control position, dominating, landing big shots, and he suddenly decided, no, this is not the place where I want to fight to see. So yeah, you better guys go stand up and fight in the standing. No, it's kind of like it was already for the second time, and it's very hard for me to understand why his action was like that, because he was a referee on my previous fight against Taylor Sanders, and there was similar situation when it was my combination, third or fourth round, and after I land very heavy head kick, and I felt it shake her very badly, and I felt this is a moment to continue my attack and finish the fight. But in this moment, he stops the fight and kind of like pretended there was some like groin kicks, but it was not clear not. And I was like, okay, this is might be just like occasions, just situation. But after what happened, like on the fight, I said like, okay, this is weird. I don't understand the action, because it could affect like performance of the fighter as well, because you kind of like build the situation, you give all your power to take opponent down, to hold, and actually working on the finishing your position, getting like damage, and winning, adding more in. But when suddenly you are kind of like, okay, this is not what I want to see, you guys stand up, as I mentioned, and you have to build everything again the situation, and you will kind of like use all your power and spend all your power like once or more again and again. So it's kind of like also very different. So this is the most what I would say surprised me. But if your question was about Alexa, no, there was nothing that surprised me.
Okay, well said. Did you speak to her after the fight at all, her or her team at all? Did you say anything?
We have this quick chat right after the fight in the octagon. So the corner's approach to us, it's like it's normal that coach to coach approaching, corner to corner approaching. But no, after the fight, we didn't see each other.
Obviously, I think a lot of people feel like the rematch is going to happen next with you and Alexa. Has there been any talks with you and the UFC about having that rematch?
Since like so right after the fight, when like next week, I approached to my manager and I said like, please, if you have discussion with UFC, just let them know that I'm ready for the rematch. I'm here and feeling healthy, no injuries, no nothing major injuries, so I'm good. So she asked me like, do you have any particular day in mind? I said like June, July works for me well, but I understand this is very too soon, probably not gonna happen. But yeah, this talk what I wanted to put like in front of UFC, so I think they are aware of that.
Okay. And it seems like a lot of fighters from your card want to fight in July on International Fight Week. Would that be an ideal situation for you, fighting on that card, or do you kind of get the sense they want to do it later than that?
Doesn't matter for me if it's gonna be on that card. I'm not like particular sticking to like a particular card. For me, doesn't matter when the fight is it's gonna happen. Yeah, definitely. I hope it's gonna happen. And yeah, if the fight's gonna happen soon, so I have to start to be in the training camp already. If it's gonna happen a little bit later, I will have a little bit time to recover from the previous training camp and do think about excellent training camp for this fight.
Okay, that makes sense. And where do you see yourself doing your training camp? Last camp, you did it in Tokyo. I know you're in Las Vegas right now. Do you have any idea where you want to do your next camp, or will it be in Vegas?
It all depends. It all depends where's the fight gonna be, because I usually I build my training camps all around the fight location, and I think it's very important because, for example, when it's the climate dry as in Las Vegas, it's one preparation. When it's like humid, like in jungle, it's different preparation. Altitude, no altitude, it's everything that you have to consider. And knowing the main part when the fight's gonna be, I will take like me and my team, my coach Pavel will take decision where we wanna have this training camp.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess just playing devil's advocate, someone might ask, if you had the fight with Alexa in Vegas, why didn't you just do your camp there as opposed to traveling all the way to Tokyo? Well, what was the reason? It was just that you wanted to have different experiences?
My lifestyle, why I should change it, right?
Right. No, for
Because
sure. I know you like traveling, so that's fair for sure. Yeah.
it's not just I like travel. Travel is it's part of me. It's my lifestyle. I did it for like 20 years already. I did amazing training camps all over the world and different places. Why I should change something only because someone said something, right?
Right.
And there every time will be person like people who are like saying this stuff or that stuff. And if you don't have strong like mindset, strong inner like kind of like I would say like what you have to do, like what a champion you are, like what a person you are. You are nothing if any opinion can influence you, and any like I'm not saying about like good opinions that make sense and it's kind of like go together with your thoughts and you think this is right. But if it's just like regular opinion of someone, so if you are thinking like, oh, I do that because someone that said that, you kind of like don't have a strong character. You are nothing, and
Right.
this is what I think strong people has to avoid. Just strong people don't do that.
For sure. No, I can respect that. Absolutely. And I guess the idea is that you are going to be fighting for the title next. There's no other opponents you think that the UFC would match? Because you've been a long reigning champion. I think you've earned the right to get an immediate rematch.
Yes, exactly. And I think this is the right thing to do. If it would be differently, I would be very surprised. It's
Right.
kind of like, I feel it's a little bit disrespect, but not a little bit huge,
Right.
because this is what's gonna happen. Because the fight was not some like one-sided fight. No, it was one-sided fight before the fourth round last situation, but in my side, so I was winning the fight. That's why it's kind of like gives the whole right, the full like picture why we have to do the rematch next.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. I think the idea was, had you won that fight, Manon Fiorot would have been next. Do you think the UFC will probably do Manon and Erin Blanchfield next? Is that kind of what you think will happen?
And this situation, I completely don't care.
Okay, no
What's
problem.
gonna
Well, I figured it's your division, so maybe you'd want to know what's happening, right?
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like when you have your own war, what's going on right now, and the position what I am right now. I have to be worried only about myself, only about my performance,
Absolutely.
only about how I feel, and what happened all around. It's not my concern.
Right. I understand for sure. There was another big fight in your division that took place a few weeks after. Jennifer Maia and Casey O'Neill. Did you happen to see that fight? Did you watch it?
I didn't watch the fight, but the result didn't surprise me because I predicted this like result in this fight.
Okay. Were you surprised then to hear that Casey was actually the betting favorite going into the fight? People felt like she was going to win.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't follow that exactly this news because I don't follow this news even in my fight.
Yeah.
Why should I follow for someone's? But yeah, it's kind of like things what is going around. I would say about someone who are like bringing this noise and something like that. And sometimes people they are not looking into the essence and don't consider the quality of the fighter, and they are looking only about what is surrounding like all around
Yeah.
of the fighter.
One more fight I wanted to ask you about, just because we had it last weekend, Andrea Lee and Maycee Barber. Did you happen to watch that fight that's in your division?
No, I didn't. Oh my
Okay.
God, so few information you can have
No,
from
no,
me.
no, for sure, for sure. Just because it's in your division, I guess a lot of people felt like Andrea won the fight on the scorecards, but they ended up giving it to Maycee. So I was just curious your thoughts. But if you haven't seen it, then obviously,
Yeah,
I
I heard about the fight that it was kind of like even fight and it's controversial maybe in some point. Uh, I don't know. It's hard for me to say because I didn't see it.
okay, fair enough. Do you have any traveling coming up? We talked about you doing that seminar in New Jersey. Is there any other travel plans that you have scheduled right now?
Yes, definitely. I will travel. I will plan my travels because this is who I am, traveling, exploring, and it's kind of like giving me my extra power, my inner power, traveling. And right now we are deciding which direction.
Okay. Will you wait to see what the UFC says about your next fight, or will you book your travel before that?
Interesting in my experience, like when I sit around and just waiting for the decision, it's not gonna happen like never.
Right.
Once I go travel, immediately next day I receive the notification about next fight. That's why I kind of like more you travel, more like affordable news you can get. That's why I think like I don't have to wait and just sit. I have to go and see what decision UFC took and take my action, my decision on the go.
Okay. Is there anywhere you have in mind to travel? Is there anywhere that just, when I say this, any places you hope to visit?
So many places, yes,
Okay.
so many places I would like to visit, and definitely some places I want to revisit because I didn't have enough time, maybe to see at the beginning. But yeah, it's so like islands in the Pacific Ocean. It's even like if not go that far, like. Great Lakes, they're amazing to see, and I still like my boat in Washington State, so so much to explore in Puget Sound as well. So yeah, and like I would like to come back to Japan and have travel there, kind of like off the training camp because I could not see much what I wanted to see in Japan. I would love to visit New Zealand, never been there. I like want to go to Australia and explore more of there. Never been in Africa. What want to go there? So so many places. Just like yeah, it's decision. Why it's hard to take decision because I'm kind of like waiting for the fight news,
Mhm.
and if I be too far from where I need to prepare, it's not gonna be good as well. So yeah, this is playing all around to make the right decision. I'm not in rush.
And now that you're not the champion, does the belt mean anything to you anymore? Or is it more about getting that win back from Alexa? Like, some people really love the belt and they care about the belt. Is it more for you about the wins and losses than the belt itself?
Yeah, for me, it's all one. The belt, opportunities, and be champion. It's all tied together. I'm not the person who is like tied to a object, right?
Yeah.
For me, belt represent very different and big things. For me, the most important to be the best, and belt it's like a proof that you are there, and definitely it means a lot for me to make everything right this time.
Okay. And my last question: are you going to be watching The Ultimate Fighter, the new season with Connor and Michael Chandler? Will you be watching the show?
I would watch that for the fighters.
Yeah.
I'm not like a fan to watch it because of for example, Connor or something like that.
Mhm.
No, I wouldn't watch for that. But I would like to watch because I think it's new talents, great personalities. You can discover over there. But yeah, it all depends. I'm not gonna like before when it was not so freely like internet and TV. Everyone would like wait in the hour time to see their like show what is happening at certain time on TV, coming back home by that time. Now it's completely like different. So I wouldn't be that person who like looking at at the clock and say, oh, this is time for the Ultimate Fighter or something like that. I very like the idea. I love to see fighters, and maybe it would be different if I would see some like familiar faces. I would definitely would love to see that. Yes, but I think it's amazing opportunities for the fighter. Great things to actually build new like characters for the fight game, not only from the side or technical side, but also from the charisma, like to see charismatic fighters. So yeah, wishing oh, so good luck for the not only fighters but also to enjoy for the all fans.
It's great. Valentina, thank you so much for doing this. We're excited to see when you might have that rematch against Alexa Grasso. We'll be keeping tabs. But in the meantime, if there's anybody you'd like to thank, you've got the Monster Energy in the background. If there's anything you'd like to mention before we leave, I'll give you the last word like I usually do.
Yeah, just same up there. All support what people bring into me. I'm very grateful, like for every single person who's surrounding, like to see them bring this support. My team, my fans, people like who are like they're amazing, and I just cannot enough word to express my like gratitude to them. That's what's because they are with me, and like no matter good or bad, they are like here for me to support, to encourage me, and this is I think the most important. If a person have that, there is no limits, there is no big like problems. So like with this support, anyone could do like great big things.